Okay, guys, what's up? We back with another video. Today we'll be reacting to "We Got Robbed in Daylight" by Young Donna Sauce God. I saw this 2 seconds when it comes out. I'm subscribed to this guy. I really like his videos, and I really want to watch it. But then I'm like, I could react to this because his video is very entertaining. Which I did say I wanted to start watching more stuff that is different. So this is why I'm here right now. I know what y'all are saying. I wish I would have known that Loom sets you to a business plan so you can do whatever, give you the feeling of how it feels to have that plan, then take it away from you after a while, and then just gives it, and then they put you back to the first thing, I guess. So I could only record for 5 minutes, that's why I have this app right here open, but I won't need it. I have 4 Gmails. Main, which is my reaction, for my gaming channel, which is I'm not going to start on my gaming channel until I at least get probably 10,000 subs. So that gaming channel is going to be dry for a while. School account, and then just a random account that I have. So that's 4 in total, which means I already used one. Now I'm on using my other one for many, many possibilities. So now I won't even have to worry about editing. And I will keep on making emails as long as I have to so I can upload. So let's get into the video. I'm serious.
Turns around, grabs my boy, the one who got his phone took, grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, pulls it to his stomach, and is like, "You don't want to do
that." Okay. Wear headphones.
I was mad living with you. I couldn't sleep naked.
Oh yeah?
Hell yeah.
I mean, you
pissed
could have
off.
asked.
What?
I mean, like I walked into the Foot Locker and they got my size. It's like, well, what's going on? And get these little slaves to work.
Wow.
What? Get them to work. Get their little hands to stitch up these shoes. I need some fresh Nikes. What are we doing?
Nothing like crackhead strength. That crackhead immune system. Crack don't kill you.
Nothing.
Nothing. That crack don't kill you, boy. Crack make you stronger, boy. What COVID gonna do, nigga? You got crack in your system, nigga. You high. Can't do shit.
What?
Cough gonna do, nigga? You cough more smoking crack. I'm not rapping on that.
Go ahead, Will. He said,
we about to sit down before the podcast. Where you doing? You better bring your ass. We about to talk shit for 2 hours. Get them Sour Patch Kids, get them sours. I'm cracking jokes. Don got the beat. And I'm about to go beat my meat.
What?
There's
what?
a famous quote.
Bro, did he say he's going to go beat his meat, or?
Have you heard it? What do you think about it? It comes from the Bible. And growing up in Jamaica, that quote made a lot of sense to me. And that's because every night on the evening news, there'd be some tragic story of a family, a business owner, a kid who lost their life over money, a robbery gone bad. So for a long time, I believed that. I believed that money was the root of all evil. But one day, I was sitting down with a wise man.
Somewhat.
It was my best friend's father, who had made himself a lot of money in his lifetime by building businesses, being disciplined, going to college, all that.
Sometimes people...
And one day, when I was over my best friend's house, he asked me, "Why do you think I have this?" Of course, I replied, "To protect yourself." He was a wealthy man. People knew he was a wealthy man, and Jamaica's a dangerous place. And thinking I was smart, I threw the quote at him, "Money is the root of all evil." He then said to me, "Chris, money is not the root of all evil. Money is what bought me this house. It's what buys you food. It's how your parents get you the video games you like to play. No, money is not the root of all evil. The lack of money is the root of poverty." That's why I carry this. Because too many people here don't have enough. And the only thing more dangerous than a man with nothing to lose is a man with nothing at all. That stuck with me. Completely changed the way I saw money. So one day after school, when me and my boys got held up and robbed as they were walking to the bus stop, I was walking to my dad's office. I don't want to give you too much backstory, but you can watch this video about getting teased for where I lived. It's a funny story about getting teased, walking to my dad's office. People thought it was my house. Go watch this video if you want to get more context. But that day when we got robbed, what my dad's friend said to me made all the sense in the world. I was about 13 years old, very young, very naive, and the world around me, being Jamaica, was a very real place, very dangerous place at times. But my parents did an amazing job at sheltering me from a lot of that. But no matter how hard your parents try, they can't protect you from the world forever.
He has a point.
So I'm walking to my dad's office with two of my boys. They're walking to the bus stop.
I've gotten plenty of fights. I don't remember, but I know I've gotten a few. Let's see. Got a knife pulled on me once. Which is funny stories. I have a lot of funny stories. If I did story times, I probably would have a lot of videos. But that's not the type of guy I am. I usually tell you stories while I'm reacting. And yet then if I don't, then I just don't hear about the story. Which y'all probably will never hear about these stories. Let's see. I got a lot of stories for a kid my age. Kind of sad if we're being honest here. I'm 13, not even 20, not even 30, and I have a lot of stories. That is very sad. But
stop to take the bus to go home. So we're taking the usual.
It was over dumb things too.
On the way
a lot of them.
To where we're going, we have to pass this other school.
The fights.
It was known as
Quality getting a knife pulled on.
Academics.
All over dumb
basically
stuff.
Basically, a school you would go to if you failed high school. You see, in Jamaica, in order to go to college, you have to take this exam called CXC. I think they changed the name, but it's very similar to the SAT. So if you got poor grades on your CXCs, you wouldn't be able to get into a good university. In Jamaica, there are really only like two, and we don't have this abundance of community colleges like you do here in America. So if you want to take another swing at getting into university, you pretty much have to redo your senior year of high school. But there isn't a way to do that in actual public school. So you have to go to one of these like do-over schools. And Quality Academics was one of those schools. Now, think about the kind of kids that completely fail high school, right? Of course, you have those who just, struggle in school. Public school isn't always the best. But a lot of times, it's dudes that didn't take school serious because they were busy, chasing girls, ditching class. A lot of times, there were dudes who gave a lot of trouble. Very often, these kinds of guys, grew up in environments where they didn't have a lot, They grew up in the hood, grew up in poverty. So what do you get when you mix a kid who grew up without a lot in an environment that is often violent, who feels the pressure of having to look like they have more than they really do so that they can climb the superficial social ladder that is high school culture? You get the two dudes that were posted up down the street in the cut looking for an easy lick. I saw them as we were walking up the street, and I could tell from a distance that these guys were no good.
Yeah.
Back when I was going to school in Jamaica, there was a certain
you can always look at somebody and
tough
tell.
Guys, the bad man look. Uniform was always iron crisp, shirt untucked. They take their
some people just really know how to control their face, and then you can't tell. Is he gonna shoot me? Well, his face doesn't look like it. His body language doesn't say. So, okay, turn around, now you're shot. And now you got robbed.
Baggy uniform pants to a tailor and get them tightly fitted. A lot of times their faces were bleached so they look more light-skinned, and they always use too much gel in their hair, like to get it curly, but they use too much. And, I just started walking the streets to get to my dad's office, so I saw them, and I'm thinking, that don't look good. But, it's three of us. It's two of them. Sure, they're bigger. They're older. But, this kind of thing doesn't happen to me. Like it's something here on the news. It's something here happening to other people. I'm not going to get pressed by no goons. So we're walking up the street.
I feel you.
We're getting closer and closer. And then we pass them. So I'm like, okay. All right, good. So we walk past them, and me and my boys, we're talking, we're laughing. All is right with the world. And then I hear some footsteps quickly approaching us from behind. I turn my head, and now they're right beside us. As they're passing us, one of them leans into one of my boys, bumps him, and then keep walking. At
Whoa.
first, I didn't realize what happened. But it turns out, when the dude bumped into my boy, he reached into his hoodie pocket and grabbed his phone. They must have saw when my boy had put his phone in his pocket before we passed them down the street. My boy's like, yo, they just...
It's funny because I don't know. It could just be me, but it feels weird to have your phone in like your hoodie pocket. Like, okay, like for instance, if I'm walking down the street and I just took my phone out, I'm going to put it back in my right. I'm going to put it in my right pocket. I don't know. Phone usually always goes in right. Okay? So that's just the main thing that I'm, so it's on my right side, Because it feels like when something, your hoodie is dangling, and even when it doesn't, it still doesn't feel right. You see what I'm saying? So I leave it in my pocket. It's like playing basketball. You're not going to play basketball okay, let's say it's a sunny day. So you're wearing a tank top, maybe, or no shirt, or just a shirt, and some shorts. You're not going to play basketball while your phone's in your pocket because, well, when you're running, your phone dangles. Maybe your shorts will fall down, or maybe it just dangles too much, or maybe you fall a lot, so now your phone's broken. Same thing with walking.
They just took my phone. He had a new BlackBerry, and this is before the iPhone, all of that. Yo, this was when the BlackBerry was the iPhone, bro. Everybody wanted one. They were hard to come by. They were expensive. My mans must have saved up for a whole year just to buy that phone, bro. So now I'm shocked, and then my boy's like, yo, I got to get by my phone. So without even thinking, we start to chase him. Now, to say chase
Why y'all look like
much, it was more like a brisk walk.
I'm about
because
to say.
one, they weren't that far ahead because they weren't running away. And two, there was some hesitation, right? Because they were scary. I was scared. I will admit, I'd never been in a situation like this before. But we're in the heat of the moment. Adrenaline is going. And I wasn't about to be the one friend that fell back in this situation. So we start to walk up to them. We get right behind them. And then one of the dudes, not the one who took the phone, the other one, he turns around, grabs my boy, the one who got his phone took, grabs him by the shirt, puts him up against the wall, pulls out a pocket knife, pulls it to his stomach, and is like, you don't want to do that. He lets him go, turns around, and the both of them keep walking. And back in school, we heard a lot of stories of dudes getting robbed and stabbed over their phones. So we knew that this was not a joke. So they're walking away, and then my boy turns to us and is like, yo, what do I do? I look at him. I'm like,
the teacher?
Looks like you gotta get a new phone, bro. Cause that one's not yours no more. And as soon as that reality
you got a point.
set over the group, we were just like, man, that's tough. That was so tough because there was nothing we could do. What were we gonna do? Call the police? This is Jamaica, bro. Ain't no police gonna show up and get back your phone, bro. That's gone. So we stand there for like another 5 minutes. And then we continue to walk. My boys went to the bus stop. I went to my dad's office. And, that was that. I told my dad about it, because my dad grew up in the hood. So a small part of me was like, ooh, maybe my dad can, go get back the phone. I don't know. My dad looked at me and was like, you still got your phone? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, we good. Moral of the story,
I like that.
When you walk in these streets, especially if you live somewhere that's not super safe, keep your head on a swivel, keep your valuables concealed, and, if you're ever being robbed and, you're outgunned or outmanned, just give them what they asked for, man. Because at the end of the day, things can always be replaced.
Yep.
But
and that we're dying for.
Pretty sure you only get one of those.
Yep. It ain't worth dying for.
My
it
name
really
in
isn't.
Second Life is Julala Demina.
Like if someone comes up with me with a gun talking about give me your money, you best believe you're getting my money. You best believe. You best believe. I'm not getting shot for having to give them a few dollars. I don't care if it was $200. Here you go. I'm not getting shot over money. Okay? Bullets do a lot of damage, pain. You can die. You could get paralyzed. Plus, he's in an alley, so now he's shot. It doesn't look like anyone's around either. So, but it's funny because I don't live in the best neighborhood, but my neighborhood's not bad either. Okay, like, okay, it's like, there's probably a few people who kill, steal, sell drugs, stuff like that. And by a few, I mean like probably like if we do like 1 out of 10, probably like 5, maybe 4, maybe 3 out of 10. But my neighborhood is not dangerous where you have to worry about getting robbed, especially in broad daylight. I don't know. I did hear about one guy who apparently used to go up to the school, grown man or something, and kidnap some kids, or I think he was watching some kids. Either that or he chased some kids down with a knife. I forgot which one it was. Because I used to walk to my school, and then I used to walk home too. Definitely glad my mom had me do that. Definitely, I was glad. Made a lot of friends. Got to do a lot of things. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't regret it. It was definitely good times. Caused a lot of trouble from time to time, but not where the cops were involved or anything like that. But my neighborhood, you don't got to worry about being robbed. Well, somewhat. Somewhat you don't have to worry. But you don't have to worry at the same time. You see what I'm saying? Your chances of getting robbed, at least in broad daylight, is like 8 out of 10. For at least from, I used to walk around this neighborhood. I've lived here for a few years now. Well, actually, I used to live here when I was younger, but then my parents moved, then got a divorce, so we came back here since they put this place for rent. So this is, yeah, you see what I'm saying? But I've never had to worry about that, if you see what I'm saying. At least, I walk around here by myself sometimes. Like when I'm going to get my friends or something, I've never had to worry about being robbed, but it's funny because I still have that same mentality. Put it where it's hard to get. I always look around for some reason, because sometimes I'm just like, yo, what if someone tries to rob me? You know what I'm saying? So, that's how I look at it. But please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, go subscribe to this guy. I like his animations. I'm honestly surprised he came out with another animation so fast. I did not think he was going to. I thought it would take him a few weeks or a month at least to get another one out. But I'm glad he did. So, hope you enjoyed.